like quantifiable data to like so earnings, for example, like earnings massively decreases the amount of statistically the rate of divorce, for example. I think this is an American study, but like once people hit like an annual income, or a guy hits an annual income of about $250,000 a year, the divorce rate drops to about 20%. So like this is where like I talk to people about these types of things sometimes in general conversation, and people start getting like really heated and upset about it because again, like, we're emotional, and sometimes when you give people hard data, it's not completely provable, you know what I'm saying? Like, but all you can go by is data. You can't because you can't make a study where you literally talk to every human being on the planet and decide, all right, well, this is the reality. Like, and times change. In 20 years, it might be different, right? But for the most part, men and women operate in certain ways psychologically, which is biological. It's evolutionary. You can't change your operating system. You can do your best to be as great a human being as possible, but there's quantifiable things that actually happen in the world that a lot of people don't like around relationships, which is really interesting. And one of them is a financial marker. So they also did like another study again in the US where they had women, I don't know, 1,000 women or whatever, go and look at pictures of guys or meet guys in public or whatever, and then they picked the guys that were most attractive. And you know how you said like certain people have a certain aura about them? Well, the men that were chosen, the men that had the aura or whatever, or the vibe, which is one of the most common terms, he has such a nice vibe, whatever, right? They all earned roughly 56% more than the females that they were choosing them. So there's real like tangible shit that you can work on to ensure that relationships last. Now, that doesn't mean it will last. Does that make sense?
Because you can be a wanker and be rich.
Yeah,
you
correct.
can also be humble and have a comfortable lifestyle and make it work because you've got balance. Because I don't want to be burning the candle at both ends. I've sort of done that once or twice where I'm working so hard and then I'm socializing so hard and then I just get sick. Right? Immune system goes.
Yeah.
So it's all about balance. Hey, and when you look at that on a marriage and having children side of things,
of course.
you want to be there, but also working.
To provide for the situation.
But be a provider.
Correct. And the thing is like, I think there's been like a monumental shift when it comes to like the West and the marriage and divorce rate and all this type of stuff. There's been like a monumental shift in the way like men and women interact in relationships from what it looks like. And, I travel a lot, so I see it all the time. I was in Abu Dhabi, 6 weeks ago, a month ago. And like you're saying, people just fucking get along. And the difference is they have to there. And this is something that I've talked about with people, over a meal or whatever. The biggest difference is what's actually possible. Here, and it's going to change soon as interest rates are increasing and stuff too, you're going to have to start to get along with people to get by financially. No longer can you be, an Instagram thotty, you know what I mean? Hanging out on doing whatever, OnlyFans, making money off Instagram, just working 2 days a week, whatever, have a place in New Farm, go to all the fanciest restaurants every week and right? Because if you can if someone else finances it for you, which does happen a lot of the time, right? But if you're going to finance your own stuff, those lifestyles are going to have to change. Or you're going to need someone else to finance it for you. Whereas in, third world countries and stuff like that, people are happy to kind of fall into more traditional gender scenarios because, most people want to have kids and, all right, she's going to cut back on work a little bit and he's going to work a little bit more, and then the roles are like that and they get along and they interact and it all works out. Whereas here, it's like it's a competitive, aggressive interaction a lot of the time. Where, I want to work full time and we have to clean both the same amount, and you did one wipe, so I got to do one wipe of the table, and you got to cook one meal, and I got to cook one meal. But then people don't look into the finances, or they want to split everything down the middle, and it's just too forced. I think people, if they were just a little more natural with how things kind of fell into place.
Ego is at the center of everything we've discussed.
Yeah, but man, I think the problem with this is like people don't understand the realities. Kind of like how you're talking, like, all right, if somebody wants to follow your pathway and they want all the accolades and all the stuff that you've done, there's a whole fucking lot of work they have to do to get there. There's 20 years of work. There's 15 years of work, all right, to get to that point. All right, whether it's me with jiu-jitsu, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Dude, this took fucking 15 years to get here.